Here we go. Okay, so welcome. This is October 16th, 2022, and we have Emmanuel and Tom Wojcik here for the Friends Call. And Emmanuel, go ahead and give us sort of updates and news from the center. And great to see you both on the call.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Larry, for organizing and arranging for this Friends Call. I know out of your busy schedule, at least you have devoted to do it. I think I don't want to take it for granted, but it's a free privilege that I feel it's worth it recognized. And I want to say thank you so much for that.
You're
Also,
welcome.
thank you, Tom, for being with us and being part of us. I feel your love, I feel your support. And as I was opening this, I thought I was just thinking that you will be the first one to come, and definitely you did. So thank you so much, and
you're welcome. It's good to be here.
Uh,
Good to see you.
For now, Magarini Children's Center and Organic Farming Demonstration Farm has been facing challenges. But even before I share the challenges, I just want to also to take this opportunity to say we have really made a great achievement and great change that is really visible and can be seen within the community, within the center, the children, and I feel it's worth it celebrated. Despite of all the challenges that we have made a big step, and we have the change to the lives of the community and the children is visible. The infrastructure at the center, the new and the old are visible. So despite the fact, the challenges we have distinct achievements that we have really achieved, and I feel it's worth celebrating. So I take this opportunity to say thank you so much. And I just want to put a request. I don't know how we can celebrate it, but in last month, September, something new happened because I had about more than 20 people working in the center visually while they are back their homes, and made an opportunity to do a visual tour to the center while people are back home. And then I was thinking that all of us whom we have worked hard towards this achievement, we can adjust maybe if we may not be able to celebrate, to travel, to come to Magarini Children's Center and celebrate together and see these things in real, then we can also have at least 1 hour of celebration by showing what we have achieved, what we have really gone a step, and what is really happening in the community. And you will see that what we have achieved has really touched the hearts of the people. So I want to say thank you, and thank you so much for all this unity, for all this love, for this continued support. I think we have gone a milestone, and it's worth to celebrate. So thank you so much. Maybe we find time together to get a day where we can celebrate with the children, with the community. Even if we do it live or visually, it will give me I lack the word, but I will feel that a sort of accomplishment of what at least we have managed to do. It's not like something we always need and do it coming. No, it's something that we can see that from this time up to this time, regardless of the challenges we have had, at least we have made a difference within the lives of the community, within the lives of the children, within the lives of the people working for the center. I think this is something worth celebrating. So thank you, sir.
It makes me think of this morning I was out raking leaves. And it was such a great feeling because it was covered with leaves. I worked, raked all the leaves, and it looked really good. And then I looked up, and the tree is still full of leaves. So, so I know tomorrow I'll be raking again, but I feel good today that I was able to get all of the leaves off.
It's a great analogy, Tom. Yeah.
Thank you. That touches me. That touches me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so important to celebrate.
This year we had long drought, yes, but we still had some rain that we managed to grow corn. And we grew corn and it germinated very well, and we had big hope that everything will work good and have good harvest. It was until towards the last 1 month of maturity of the corn that it did not get fully rain to make it have strong seeds. So the seeds were get dried and mature. So the corn is there, the seed is there, but it is undersized because of the unmature drought. So we have the food now for the children, of which I'm sure we are going to have food this already. This month is gone. Next month we will have food until early or late February. So as from March, maybe we will need to, either if it rains, it will be different. If it does not rain, then something we ought to do, either we start thinking of how we may be able to get food. But for now, I had also some ideas on how also to cater that, and we'll share. But I wanted to let you know that we had the harvest. It will take us maybe until end of February, but as from there we may still need to get food for the children. And I was thinking that for now, because the drought has really penetrated to the community, and we have the one borehole that's now like providing, it's life provider for the community, for the children, for the animals around the community. And we cannot use the same water to irrigate so that we can grow our own food. It will be not fair not to give water to the community, because we need to share life together. So I was thinking like, okay, if we may not be able to have the second borehole, then I was thinking like, okay, if during this time whereby we have the grace period of having food, the last time we had the chickens that we had are now old, and we are getting rid out so that we can bring chicken again. Then I was thinking like, if I double the number of chicken, then the eggs that the children will be consuming, the rest can be taken to market. And when this is taken to market, it can buy the surplus or the surplus food that will be needed. Somehow, it may not be fully enough, but at least we may be able to fundraise, not big, but at least we could have something that we can add as we continue. That was just an idea coming in. And another idea is that if we will be lucky enough and maybe we manage to drill the second borehole, then water will be enough for the community and enough to do the irrigation. So once we start doing the irrigation, then we will be able to grow our own food. So the other needs that will be coming up will be needs of like school books for running the institution or running the center, or maybe building more infrastructure like what is needed. Like now we need an office block. We can think of that. But now if we have having this like the food, if we do the irrigation. So we are now trying to come up with the system of irrigation. The drip irrigation we had was good until when we started to face bigger challenge with the competition with the mice, or mice. They eat this soft pipe, they eat it, and then they make holes everywhere. So water was like cannot be able to go to the right place we have made. So that has been a very big challenge, because they eat and open it, eat and open it, omit and open it. Now we cannot kill the rats, because somehow they're also support in another way. But when it is getting dry and such a thing is happening, they are destroying what we are trying. But we need, I had to come to think to have hard pipes, which will be hard, that they cannot be able to chew it. So, and maybe put it at least underground, to have like a small pond here that will be just sprinkling the water. So that is the system we are trying to move in, to be able to cater the system with the challenge, or with the competition with the rats. So that is one idea. And we can do that once we have the storage water tanks done, and the system has been made. I think we will be able to grow the food. And I think this will be even more sustainable, because the continuity of production will be more time, so we'll be able to help the children, will be also able to even more learn more outside their classroom in terms of the farm, and also be able to continue with the activities inside the class, something of that sort. So those are the things that has been happening. And as per now,
if I can jump in real quick here, Barbara jumped on the call, and I just want to say hi and welcome to you, Barbara, and thanks.
Hello, Barbara.
Hi everybody.
hello.
Thank you for having me on the call, and I'm just come in very quick, and I also will have to leave soon. It was very short notice, but I'm just here listening. Please go on.
Okay, thanks for showing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you so much. Thank you. Since the beginning of this year, with the droughts, we have been also able, the children have able to take care of some trees that we planted. But now we had a challenge, because the generator that was trying to give water, to pull water, the piston, they call it piston, it got damaged, and then we took us to repair that. So we stayed almost like 1 month to get the spares and then to fix it. Now it's working and it's okay. We are still watering the plants or the trees that we are, because we need to maintain them to grow. So that has been the activities of the children and the community also, and staff working to make sure the trees are growing up. And This year we added staff. We need to have an accountant who will be preparing financial reports and getting to keep the arrangements and as per the government requirement, so that the organization is tax exempted, because we are non-profit making, and also we are supporting and helping the children. So if we need to be exempted from tax paying, we need to do proper finance records. I've been doing this for the last years, but now they said the center has grown. There need to be separation of these duties and roles, so that the finance department can be having a person who is in charge, and as the director, mine is to continue to do the fundraise and getting all these things done. So we had to we'll get an accountant who is there now. Maybe means we need to add the salaries will need to be added, so that they can achieve this. And also I have to be able to be continue or reporting on daily basis through Facebook and the activities. And now we have Tuma. Tuma is one of my daughter who will be communicating in terms of getting photos and what is happening at the center. And then we will be sharing and giving on updates on what is happening on the center, because I will be away for 3 days with the parliament activities, but for her will be full time, and I will be able to make this report with the time I will not be there. Someone will be covering my activities and do it post that, so that people are posted, because and also feel connected to the center, because most of the time when we feel connected to something, then we know what we are up to do. So that was my thinking, to add at least 2 staffs who will be on that, helping on those activities. And also for now, the drought, we don't know when it will end now, but if the rains come, we will be able to grow food, because we are expecting, it was this month of October that we start to have short rains, but now we don't even tell if it is short rains or it's long rains, because during the time we were expecting long rains, we received short. It was very little, but maybe now we are thinking we are going to get short rain. Maybe we may get long rain, or we may not even get the long rain. We don't know. So it is still like 50-50 on how our expectations on how we can grow food will be. This year, according to the government, we have 2 curriculum systems. So we have the CBC, they call it competent-based curriculum, and we have the 844-based curriculum. The 844 is 8 years primary school, then 4 years secondary school, then 4 years university. In CBC, they say 6 years in primary school, and then 6 years in junior high school, and then 2 years in university, something like that. And now we are trying to implement the CBC. So right now we have grade 8 and grade 6. All the grade 6 will do their national exams so that they go to junior high school, and this grade 8 will do their final exam to join secondary school Form 1 that they have been doing. So right now we will be having the grade 6 and grade 8 all together doing the exiting exams to go to the next level. For the previous times, we have been supporting all the children who have finished grade 8. We have been supporting them by fundraising and paying all the school fees for the 4 years in high school. But now we have the grade 6 and the grade 8. We feel that this will be a lot of money required to support the education in the next level. So I calculated that in the last 3 years we have been spending like almost 11 million Kenya shillings, and this cash can be able to build like 4 classrooms and also an office, and can pay for teachers for like 3 months. So I was thinking, like, if we can have like at the center there is enough land, because we acquired other lands like what I shared in some of the previous friends calls, that we have 32 acres of land that we can use to build classrooms which can be high school. So the children can be able, just from now they can move to the next level without much difficulties of fundraising and getting money to do this, to pay for their high school. They can be still at the center, but still continue with the next level of education, because of now getting more, the children, the number of children now will be more, and the money that will be required for their course will be a lot of money, which we can, if we can be achieved, we can be able to have classrooms that they can be able to continue. That was my thought and my idea. I thought maybe it is more sustainable than the money that we are trying to fundraise. Why I think so? Because mostly this money comes from friends, and maybe we don't know if how long will they be able to continue giving. But the more every year the other children are coming, and we don't know how long they will be able to continue. But if we can do once have the classrooms, then they will have paid for their education once for all, because those who are coming, they will also just going on, continue. And either we have the yearly scholarship or not, they will be able to continue. That was my also thinking on how maybe we can make it even more sustainable. Other challenges that we have, I see now, because of the drought, there might be, I need to get ready and prepare and prevent the Giga breakout, because it has been dry for quite long time. And I see I think it was Friday, where two children came and said they have a problem, and I found out there are some giga in their flesh. So I thought, now it's 1-1, but I need now, that gave me a problem to start like getting remedies so that the children can do this. Last 2 years we bought shoes for the children, and they have been using. But every year, every day, the children are growing. So some of the shoes become small, and as they grow, and they give to the smaller kids, but the others which are becoming bigger, they don't have the shoes to cover themselves. So this is something that I've been thinking on how maybe we can do, and also try to prevent the the jiggers to not to be a big problem to the center or to the children. I'm working on that, and maybe I will share. But maybe if we get shoes, something like that to support. And I was thinking like we may get the black leather shoes, but still we can also get rubbers that can be, they can also be able to play with, because the leather shoes cannot be able to, they cannot play with. If they play, they need to take it out. But we need to something to do to let them play. If they play, they have those things. So sometimes it's these needs just come in as maybe you get to not expecting to come, but there's sometimes needs, and we need to be prepared towards that. So it's something that we can all think and see how we can move together and support the children. So so far, maybe I will let, if you have any questions for what I have said or shared, I'm open and I'll be listening. I know Barbara has left, but thank you so much, Barbara, for having that small time and joined the call. It was very important to have you there. So thank you, everyone who's on board us now. Maybe if we have any questions, any ideas that may have come up, we can just share, because I think it's we now. And from there, maybe I will speak. After that, I will speak about the borehole and the situation of water and what it will cost, so that we know how we can do that. I was also thinking, Larry, on how you made a very good PowerPoint at the time we were making the solar issues. I think it has like a good thing. Maybe I was thinking on how we can, I'm not an expert in this, but many people say you need to make like a strategic plan. And, in the strategic plan, you prioritize what is needed, maybe for the first year, for the second year, maybe till for the five year. We discussed this with Okokon, but again, Okokon had said he can do it, but he became very busy, and maybe we could not do it because I was also busy with the campaigns last time. So it's time now, maybe we revive, or I revive that, so we can have maybe in the website, that is okay, people, we can have that. So priorities, like our in downloads, there is the strategic plan of the center, so people can see where they can send their priority support towards that. So it's just an idea, and I'm thinking on how maybe I can get a local expert who can also be able to do that. I'm open, because maybe we will need it. But now, out of here, we can see how we can go. But before that, if you have any question or ideas have come in, comment, I want to be happy to support or to report once.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Emmanuel. That's a good synopsis, though, of an overview of the very challenges and needs. any quick estimate on like what would, if somebody wanted to buy shoes for the center, some rough cost for that for the children?
Uh,
And I'll just go ahead and say for anybody that may be watching this that's not here now, that the issue is the chigger
yeah,
in the soil gets into the children's feet, and then they get infected.
yeah, I think it is due to the drought that is there. There's a lot of dusting, but the cost of shoes, they are like it can cost the leather shoes. The leather shoes can cost like $15.
Okay, so 15 times 300.
$15. That's like
Yeah. Okay.
no, wait. Um, yeah, 15 times 100. Yes, I think it's like $15.
Okay, so that's approximately $4,500. And I just wanted a ballpark, and so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think Emmanuel, as you're saying, this, again, the need to develop, and it's the ongoing update of the vision and a presentation of priorities, the strategic plan with, as Bill has often said, if we don't have water,
Yeah,
that's the
I
bottom.
agree. I agree with him
Mhm.
because this was really reality. The time that the generator was not working, we were the only we would the what we were using. The solar was the only source of electricity to pump water. So it was not much. It was very little. The community was in alarming situation. It
Yeah.
was really pathetic. But now it is working. You see, all the people are trying. So the life of the center is the life for the community, and the water that we have. If there is water, it is the center is existing because we can do a lot with water and also supporting the community. So I agree with him, and I think that's fine.
Mhm. Yeah, as I mentioned the other day too, I've recently discovered an international group in Santa Fe that does help with water projects around the world, including Kenya. So I'll be reaching out to them to make that connection.
Yeah.
And again, my time is very limited, as we've talked about it at this point.
Yeah, I understand.
But I will make that, reach out. And we talked to Emmanuel in our last call about like a map, creating a map of the.
Yes, yes. I think that one will be available as, from this week.
Mhm.
Tomorrow the children will be. I just said like a drawing competition. Who knows the center very well? Who can draw it, and then they can draw, and then we choose the best, and then we can use that.
Yeah. And I can imagine sort of it doesn't have to, an architectural map is not necessarily what we need, but it could be a children's map,
Yes, yes, yes,
something that
yes.
could then also be used in the PowerPoint vision presentation. And maybe there's one of existing structures and then something that distinguishes, the new school buildings and a new borehole, the kitchen, anything that's not currently there.
Yeah,
So those are, and then there are these ongoing needs, as you pointing out, on like the shoes. We've talked about a medical clinic in the past at times. But so I just encourage you to think, big in that sense. and so that there can be this bigger presentation that carries you for the next 10 years of sorts, and helps people sort of see where the center both has come from and is, and the bigger vision for time.
How I don't know what the right word is. How steady is the donations and fundraising? Is it fairly consistent? Do you get the constant donations from the
I
web
think,
from
I
people,
think,
or is
I
it
think,
mostly?
I think right now there have not been donations coming on through the website. I don't know, but what we've been receiving is the salaries from IPG, whom they get from the people who are donating, and also the salaries from One World, which the bills. So those are the money we have been getting. Those who some were donating through the website, and I think they stopped because I don't know why and I don't know how, but I know the challenges is everywhere. Maybe people get, but still there is no much donations coming now, except those who have been giving already some of the past, and they are doing that through the One World or through the the IPG. So this was after Corona. After Corona, many people were not uh, uh, during the Corona. Many people, and after the Corona, they are not being much donations. So maybe we don't know how, but we need also to work on that because it will be helpful if we get something. But I'm not sure how. But we have been that's the challenge. And I was thinking, like, is it because maybe right now, since this year, in the beginning of this year, we have not been like advertising, like getting a major project done, like the 8 classrooms that were like people who are really donating to make to finish it. Now, maybe that is almost, we need to paint it. It has stopped. We have not even painted, but the children are using and it is coming up as well. So maybe it's a break. I don't know. But like what I said, maybe we need to bring people on board and to celebrate what we have achieved so far, and then maybe see what are the next steps, because I think we cannot stop challenges because they are the ones that keeps us growing. When we move this, then we can go to the other without that. But if we achieve the main permanent infrastructures, then it means that it will stay there for longer, for many years. But and still money will be needed because small other things will be happening, but it shows the growth that uh, we have been.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, fundraising is a challenge, that's for sure, particularly.
Yeah, it is. It is, especially this time era. It's,
Yeah.
it's really challenging. We don't know how, but
Hmm.
I was also thinking, how can we bring in like organizations which maybe can have interest in supporting the work that we are doing, because already we as individuals, we have been working towards that to make it where we have. And I don't know exactly what programs and grants that can be achieved, but I think we see sometimes if we can see grants and how we can apply. I think we had Carlos. Carlos we supported in the grants writing, but we haven't made enough use of him because I don't know or where can we get the links of maybe grants application and requests or something so I don't know if we can have where to get, I don't know, but I think we still have people like Carlos, if we can contact. He's a good project grant writer. We can work together, but it doesn't matter. Maybe we get our support, maybe we don't get support. It does the grants, but it's worth to try it.
Yeah.
And
So,
maybe we don't know who, maybe some of our friends maybe are connected to such. I don't know, but it's something we may want to think of. You know.
Right.
what's happening with the board of directors these days, Emmanuel? How active is that
Yeah,
group?
the board of directors has been active, but there have been a long break because during the campaigns we did not manage to make some meetings. But now I'm in contact with Okokon and Kelly, Safari. So we are looking forward to have time to have a meeting and brainstorm towards this.
Right.
Mm.
Maybe in preparation for the website update, it would be good to have each of them do a little bio kind of thing and provide a
Yeah.
that they would want to use on the website,
Yeah.
because people will be looking at
And,
that.
yeah, and one thing that I don't want to forget, we are now in October, and soon we will be coming towards the end of the year. So I was also thinking of the celebrations that children are looking forward to celebrate, like Christmas and New Year, something like that. We normally sometimes try to fundraise towards that so that the children can have that celebration.
Yeah, thanks for raising that. I wanted to mention that also, that it's not too soon to be yeah, inviting that one in.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm wondering, I'll try to reach out. Well, I've got a program starting. I don't know if I can. I'll make an initial letter call this in the next few days. But then I got a program that starts Thursday and runs through Monday. So it could be a week or more before I can reach out again to this other organization locally. But it would be good to try to find a way to rally a few folks to make the kind of inquiries you're talking about into various organizations around supporting for the water. Because I think when we start having to raise funds for feeding the children repeatedly, it's like sending the children off to school when you could be educating them there for less, and be creating community and doing what you're doing rather than paying the public schools to educate them. So, is there anything else you mentioned earlier, Emmanuel, talking more about the borehole or anything like that? Do you want to if you were to make it.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if I did, but I think I sent you the survey report and last time and what it will cost. But then that was only the drilling. We need also to like estimate, if we estimate the pump and the solar, if we are going to use solar, that means maybe again we need to have like a 24,000 US dollar for the pump and so all the electricity. And then we thought of maybe having a second water tank that this borehole will be serving and storing the water in there. So that will also, the water, like the one we built last time, it costed like 32. So that already like 56, then plus the 30 for the drilling and making the well, that we approximate now we are going towards like 80,000 US dollar or 80 to 90 because of the other miscellaneous cost that will be maybe getting in within the time. So that might be not the exact amount, but approximately towards that amount. So that will have the second borehole done with the storage water tanks and the pump and that. For the last, since I took the role, I've been working with the government offices where they can give us like electricity to the center. So I'm working towards that. I think it was last week that they visited the center and they recommended that it's worthy to be given electricity, but they are going to let me know what will be they have managed or planned to do maybe this financial year or next financial year. But because I'm in this new role, I'm in the position of pushing such, so I'll be able to know soon what might be happening, if they can bring electricity or not. So I don't want to say for granted, but it's something I've started and I'm working on.
Mhm. That'd be great. Okay. Hey, Tom, you got any other?
No, I feel like, like for instance, having somebody donate 500 pairs of shoes like Nike or New Balance or somebody like that seems like just such an easy thing, but it's just finding the right connections to get to the right person.
Yeah.
We need 500 pairs of hiking boots.
Mm.
And it wouldn't even show up on their income sheet. It's such a minimal thing, but I'm just kind of like how do I find the right connections to get it to the right person? I mean, because it seems so easy. I mean, so I'll just spend some time. I don't know what I can do, but it's
Well, thanks for even thinking into that, Tom. And so as we, I think, move towards closing, because you're going to have to go here shortly, Tom, and I'm going to need to go as well. Emmanuel, anything else you would like to, and you and I, Emmanuel, can go beyond a little bit here if Tom needs to take off and you want, but anything else you'd like before Tom goes or on the recording here?
Yeah, I think I don't know, but I'm thinking of the achievement that we have already achieved. We have made big changes, and at least we need to celebrate and feel part of the achievement, not like all the challenges that keeps us drinking and eating us. No, but if okay, this is what we have achieved so far, and everyone who have contributed financially or with love and support, with ideas, with coming to the friends call and giving ideas, and how I think that has been really good uh, part of relationship that we have achieved. And I was also thinking like, okay, right now, the weather and the seasons are very unpredictable, and things are always working uh, very hard or giving very little positive results. But I was also thinking that if we can be able to make something that will be able to give to the center, like, okay, now we have the chicken which will give eggs, but if the eggs is not the eat and the surplus, then we can create a market. They can be at least not so much like business, but something can be getting into the center and can help, be very helpful in terms of supporting when the food is just going down, then we can also be chipping in. These are ideas that maybe, I don't know, but we see how we can be able to see it just moving together.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned a few times during the call, Emmanuel, the need to celebrate what has been done. And I really hear that and support that. I think that's a great thing. And we can actually use that then also for just creating more awareness of the center and maybe fundraising. But to tie that into the virtual tour and tie that into, you know, the map kind of thing, so people can track it easier on the tour. And then that creates this vision of people to be able to see both what has been done and what's needed, and feel the spirit of the children and feel the spirit of what's happening at Magarini. So one thought is maybe we shoot to do something like that in mid-December or early December. You know, I don't know what the timing would be. November is very busy for me. That's my sort of wrap up time on the first draft for the book. But let's think about that and maybe talk about it again soon so that we could pick a date and advertise it. It gives us a deadline to shoot for, and then we can start spreading the word, and maybe attract more attention and get.
I would suggest maybe you go for the discussion that you will be going out with friends. And then when you come back, maybe after when you come back, we can have some also time. And meanwhile, we can in our social or media or in our writing, we can be speaking about it. So just to keep everyone on the loop, though we don't have a specific date. But once we have the specific date, we can design a page and see how we can make it something. So, and then we can even invite friends who have not been part of us, but if they are willing to join, and I think that would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I missed the first part of what you were saying. It was a little fuzzy on the audio. You're saying you suggest I continue or something?
I would suggest, because you said you have some, you are going out with some
Right, the programs.
friends. So you can go with that program. If it is 4 days or 5 days, when you come, you will be at least now settled, maybe waiting for another trip. But before then, we can have
Yeah.
time and we can share.
That sounds good. Let's think about dates then for when we can shoot for something and
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm gonna
Okay,
leave. I'll continue to think about what I can contribute. Thank you, Manuel. It's always heartwarming to spend time with you. I'll be thinking about you and the children a lot.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. I'm feeling you too, and thank you so much for being part of us and your consistency in the Friends Call. I would love also to recognize that. Thank you so much for spending and setting time for it. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm glad it works for you because it works for me too.
Thank you. Thank you.
thanks, Tom. Have a
All
great
right.
bike ride. Good to
All
see
right. Thank you. Take care, guys.
you. Okay,
Love you.
love you too. Talk to you on
Thank
the
you.
other side.
You too.
So our recording is still going here, Emmanuel, for a moment, but yeah, we'll lean into this on the other side of my programs. And meanwhile, you can keep playing with the map and thinking about a date for a virtual tour. And I think let's use the celebration as a way to move forward, to really honor what has been done and what's been happening there. So, okay, I'll turn off the recording unless there's anything else here you want to say or share to anyone.
Thank you.
Okay.